Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen Hill for Sports Choice Plus, and I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering NFL Week 4, the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel right now so you can get all the updates each and every time we come with the NFL prediction videos. And without further ado, let's get right into the action. Last week, we saw the Jacksonville Jaguars be manhandled on Thursday Night Football by Fitzpatrick and the Miami Dolphins. It was a pretty, good performance by the Dolphins. They really exposed a lot of Jacksonville and what they do and don't do well. And we saw the Eagles tie against the Cincinnati Bengals, which the Bengals had several opportunities to win the game late. You're looking at a talented Bengals team that they have a lot of young talent, starting with the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He literally has to understand you cannot hold the ball. This is not college. You do not have 3 or 4 seconds to just sit back in the pocket. A lot of the throws he made against the Eagles, a couple of those he wished he could have had back because he just didn't look downfield. He had a couple of plays where he had wide receivers. I think the game plan for the Bengals has to change a little bit. If I'm the Bengals, I go away from A.J. Green early and heavy to him late. And I think that what you have to do is get some of these young guys involved with the passing game. Mixon's your running back. He's going to do what he does. Look at the defensive line for the Bengals. That's going to be a big thing that they can lean on. If they can stop the run a little bit better, I think that's going to help Burrow a little bit in the long run and give him a couple more possessions. But the time of possession, if you're Burrow, you want to make sure you have that in your back pocket. A lot of times when teams control possessions and they hold on to the ball longer, they're more successful winning the football game. Joe, he's taking a lot of hits. You saw him take a lot of big hits late in that football game, and it's because he held onto the ball. If you're looking at Jacksonville's side, Jacksonville, they may not be elite anymore on defense. They still have a couple of defensive studs on that side of the ball that can hit. He just has to be careful because Jacksonville will surprise you with a couple of stunts, a couple of blitz. I know when I was watching the game on Thursday, when they played the Dolphins, a couple of the plays that they stopped for the Dolphins were stunts. They basically 4-man rushes and all of a sudden, boom, a corner comes. Or all of a sudden, a linebacker comes. It's so many things that, Jacksonville can surprise you with. I'm not going to tell the Bengals to take this lightly, but, Gardner Minshew is still a professional quarterback. The Jacksonville Jaguars are still paid professionals, so you have to respect this game like it is an NFL game. I'm going to pick the NFL probably the least watched game of the week right now. But I think the Bengals are going to win this game. I think the Bengals have enough to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars with no overtime needed. I think that with them running the football, they're going to have a softer opponent this week rather than the Philadelphia Eagles when they got a couple of guys that literally are pretty good on the defensive line. But I think Joe Burrow will get it this week. I think the coaching staff will put him in better positions, call better plays, and they will make sure he has the opportunity to go deep to A.J. Green a couple of times. And it's up to A.J. A.J. has to get better separation. A.J. has to beat some of these coverages. People still mention his name as far as a pretty good receiver. I want to see him beat double teams. I want to see him go up and grab the ball and make the big plays, for his quarterback. So every single game for the Bengals is going to be a learning experience. It's going to be a learning curve. And I think that Joe Burrow is going to be a star at some point within the next couple of years. But he has to start winning some of these football games now and learning and taking the lumps on the head. So all you Bengals fans, all you Jaguars fans, leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, we wanted your support. If you could hit the subscribe button right now, make sure you click the link to go like the Facebook page as well. And until next time, my friends, please be safe. And thank you so very much for all of your support.